Hey, this is Amadou, and this is, I think, number 11 or 12. I don't really remember. It's been a minute since I actually recorded a video. As you can see, I'm in my office in Barcelona. It's pretty nice. I know it's nice. I know it's nice. Yeah, even though I'm not getting it, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. The view is not bad at all. It's not bad at all. It's the 29th of July, and it's 8:53 p.m. Today I woke up at 7:15. I woke up, went to the bathroom, got ready for work, came to the office, and I've basically been working since the time I woke up until now. Now I stopped working for my 9 to 5 at about 6 p.m. and from there on I was working on a freelance project. You know what I'm working on. Come on, man. If you don't know, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Just go watch my other videos. Come on, man. Now, I'm just recording this video because I haven't recorded in a minute, and so I wanted to make something, and just like keeping updating somewhat consistently, right? And that's why this video. I'm in my fit. I got my suit. You know what I'm saying? Looking good, type shit. But yeah, I'm tired. I am tired. I'm tired indeed. Today was almost a 12-hour day. Of course there's lunch break and stuff, but let's say a 10-hour day, right? Because there's some fucking around here and there. 10-hour day, right? And today is supposed to be one of the light days, right? Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays are the most intensive ones, and Tuesdays and Wednesdays I usually come to the office, so I don't really do that much freelance work. So there's that. But yeah, today was one of the light days, and it was still goddamn heavy. But can't complain about having a lot on your plate when the goal was to eat. Come on, man. Anyways, what do I got for y'all? Advice for the day. Man, stick to your plan. I know this sounds bullshit, and this sounds like you've heard this 1,000 times, but it's the reality, right? Right now, I was just about to I'm tired, I'm a little bit stressed, it's late, I haven't gone to the gym, and I still have a bunch of stuff on my to-do list that I'm going to have to procrastinate to tomorrow, right? And that she's gonna have to get done, obviously, but I didn't have enough time today, and I'm not about to work right now for the rest of the day. I still gotta wake up early and shit type, Now, you could say that I'm being a little bitch, but I'm not gonna sacrifice my sleep, right? I'm willing to sacrifice the gym, I'm willing to sacrifice the basketball, and I'm willing to somewhat sacrifice my social life. But one thing that I won't sacrifice for the money is my health to a certain extent, right? It's specifically in this case my sleep, because that's really gonna impact my performance so much. It really doesn't make sense to sacrifice sleep, because it just lowers your performance so much. You're better off taking those couple of hours away from that you would otherwise work and sleep an extra 2 hours instead of sleeping 5 or 4 hours. Just sleep 6 or 7 hours. Way better than doing the opposite. But anyways, I'm gonna be working tomorrow, and the idea here is, what I was saying is, I was about to say yeah, I'm tired, I'm stressed, let me order some KFC, right? Let me order some food, you know what I'm saying? Let me order some that make me feel good, And when you're in this type of situation, right, it's very easy to use food. At least for me, it's very easy to use food, specifically fast food, since I'm not really that good of a cook, right? So it's very easy to use fast food as a way to cope. Basically, you're like, oh, I'm tired, I'm stressed, I don't want to cook, even though I don't really have to cook, right? I got pasta, I got rice, I got minced beef, I got eggs, I got stuff at home, right? I already bought them. That's like my plan, I already have food that I'm supposed to quickly make and eat, right? But it's fast food obviously is quicker, and you don't have to really make it. And it's a little bit tastier and stuff, right? It's not as healthy, but it's a little bit tastier, and it's easy to use that as a cope, because and different people have different copes. Maybe for you it's porn, maybe for you it's hookers. I don't know what the fuck you got going on. People are weird. Everybody has their own cope, right? But yeah, it's very important to have long-term planning, right? These $16 that $20, whatever would be, I would spend on KFC. Obviously, I can afford it. It's not gonna get me bankrupt. It's not gonna have my account go to zero. It's not gonna be the difference between me surviving and not. But it's the concept of sticking to my plan. I have a plan for when I'm gonna eat out, when I'm gonna actually, relax, and when I actually dedicate time and money to, maybe not eating so healthy, releasing, and just like relaxing. And I have a plan to when I have to stay consistent and save money, right? Because money is an asset. I'm trying to make some money. I'm trying to save some money. I'm trying to get this asset up. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm trying to say here is, if you have a plan, which you likely have at this point, you probably watched a bunch of self-improvement, business, whatever you're into videos. You probably made a bunch of plans. I'm gonna do this, gonna go to the gym this amount of times per week, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna go to sleep at this time, I'm gonna wake up at this time. What's naturally gonna happen is you're gonna slack off, right? After the initial motivation kicks out, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't really feel like it, or I deserve a break, I should do this, I feel like doing this, I feel like doing that, right? And it's not really the whole discipline. Like, I understand, right? You have to give something to take something else, right? You have to negotiate with yourself, right? You're not perfect. What's gonna happen sooner or later is you're gonna get into a situation where, if you try to push yourself too hard to be disciplined, it's going to be very easy to rebound all the way to the other extreme and get super lazy and not do anything. I have done that myself in the past a lot of times. You got to strike balance, right? So you got to make these pacts with yourself, right? I know for a fact that tomorrow I'm going to go out with my colleagues and eat some sushi for lunch, right? I know for a fact that Friday I'm going to go out with some friends, going to go out to a hip-hop open air party, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Go out with my buddies, right? And have a good time, right? I know that for a fact, right? Although now thinking back about it, Saturday I have to work, so it's not gonna be a crazy day, but still, I know I already planned for it, right? I already planned for it. That's me negotiating, right? I know I'm gonna do that. I know that my priority right now is making money and working. So going to the gym and waking up at the same time every day and sticking to the routine, the cold shower morning. I mean, it's summer, so I'm taking a cold shower every day anyways. But, the whole meditating, journaling, gratitude, journal, all of that stuff, all of that routine, that before actually having this specific goal of making set amount of money and working set amount of hours and time a week, I would do. I was pretty consistent. I was pretty goddamn consistent. If you look at my habit tracker, shit, nigga, I was meditating almost every day. I was journaling. I was reading every day. I was doing all that, and that. But now that my focus is not so much on that, I wasn't drinking coffee, right? Now that my focus is actually I want to work this amount of hours, I'm going to compromise with myself. Okay, what do I need to get to working this amount of hours without burning out immediately, right? Okay, I need to know that I can do this and do that when the opportunity comes around. I need to know that I can go out every once in a while, every 2 weeks or something like that. I need to know every once in a while I can enjoy a meal at a sushi or a fast food or things like that. I need to know that I don't have to stress I don't have to make the decision every morning whether or not I have to discipline myself to follow a routine, because I know that I don't really care. The priority is working and making money. Obviously, in the long term, I want to get my brain better, I want to focus more, I want to be able to have a consistent routine and all of that. But right now, having that will just be a constraint, right? There's people who need the routine to be a top performance. I want to put myself in the position where I don't need that, right? I can have it if I want to, but I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to really do that is by not necessarily having it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm doing right now. I wake up whenever I want, so long as it allows me to actually work when I have to work. I don't have any constraints on running in the morning, on going to the gym, on eating right, on none of these things. Right? I don't really care. Right? I can do what I want as long as I obviously stick to my moral values. I'm not about to go kill people, rape some bitches, right? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that word, but it's YouTube. But but obviously I'm not gonna break my moral values. But inside of what's my moral values, I can do what I want. I can wake up late if I want to. I can go to sleep late if I want to. I can do whatever I want to, basically, so long as it gets me to my goal, right? If I need to compromise with myself and tell myself, okay, I'm not gonna run this morning because I don't really feel like it, right? And one who was like in self-improvement and stuff would be like, oh, discipline, eat the frog, do the hardest thing early in the morning, right? Yeah, but what happens after you do that? Now you're using your discipline, you're using your willpower, which, surprise, is not unlimited, right? You use your willpower to go for a run. And now you don't have, and now you come back and you're feeling all proud of your run, and maybe you're feeling good about yourself for like 15 minutes. But now your willpower is a little bit depleted. And over the day, if you try to, especially the days where you're feeling down, if you try to force yourself to do the hard things, what's gonna happen is you're not gonna actually have the willpower to do the things that actually really fucking matter for you. You're not gonna do the things that matter for you reaching your goals. Which for me is working, making calls, working. That's it. Nothing else. Working is the number one thing for me, right? Working 60 hours a week if I have to, and try to be as social as possible, obviously in the limits of what makes sense, right? Work is still the number one priority, right? Basically that. Anything else, I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's how I'm playing this, right? And obviously it's not perfect. It's a season, right? It's this season of my life. And maybe in 6 months, 12 months, it's gonna be another season, right? Maybe the focus would be more on, I don't know, bodybuilding or something like that, or martial arts, or building a business. But right now, my focus is not even building a business. It's just making more money, saving more money, having cash. That's my focus right now. I don't care about nothing else. And also, that's also another thing a lot of people online just gibber about: building a business to make money and gain financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom. My nigga, no. A business can give you financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom, but that's not the primary purpose of a business. Business is an asset, right? It will only give you as much as it has to give you. You have to build the asset first. And so you see a lot of people that go online and try to get this online business stuff to make cash now, right? And that's just not gonna work. Why? Because, I mean, it might work for quickly, but it's not gonna work long term, right? You maybe get 10 grand here, 20 grand here, and then, you know, it's gonna go down. And surprise, surprise, you're gonna have to either sell your soul and sell a fucking useless course. There's a lot of useful courses out there, but there's a lot of like useless courses out there as well. And most courses are highly overpriced. Let's just be honest. That's just the truth, right? Or you're gonna have to take another 9 to 5 again. So if you had been smarter, instead of using the cash flow from your business to fund your lifestyle, get the cash first that funds your lifestyle, and build a business for the sake of having an asset that can later down the line fund your lifestyle. But first, focus on building the asset. The business is the asset. Cash is assets. That's why I'm focusing on cash first. That's why I have this job and freelance thing. Once I build at least my emergency fund and a little bit of cash, right? I have some cash on the side. I know I can survive for X amount of years, no problem. Then I go all in on my business and really build something that's gonna last. Like, really build something that's gonna make me a millionaire, a billionaire, right? I'm speaking this into reality. So shit's gonna happen, okay? Just, look me up 10 years from now. You're gonna see what's gonna happen. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. Anyways, this is enough for today. I gotta go eat. It's already late. It's already past 9 p.m. It's a beautiful view out here in Barcelona. I was at the office right now. Yeah, as you can see that. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice view, man. It's a pretty nice view. I'm blessed. God bless me, really. I'm really blessed. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.